Happy New Year 2019. Friends, if I say Happy New Year 2018, you laugh. Actually, this is what happened. Actually, everywhere in the world, people have been celebrating New Year 2019 enthusiastically, but in Australia, uh, they wrote by mistake, it was a typo, Happy New Year 2018. Would you believe that? On one of the bridges pylon, was a big sign. And the social media, you know how it is. People started tweeting, and a lot of people talk about it on Facebook and other platforms. And this error occurred in the midnight when fireworks, about 1 million people were watching uh, this show in Australia, Sydney Harbour, and about 1 billion people were watching worldwide on social media. And suddenly the sign came, Happy New Year 2018, and everybody was, shocked. Yeah, so you see, that is the power of social media. uh, the news can get broadcasted so fast, instantly. Don't have to wait till the morning newspaper. Instant, real time, and that is important for digital marketing, isn't it? So, friends, today's session is very important. Please like, and you can ask questions, and please share in this link with other groups, and invite your friends to join in today's social media show, right? I really hope that you have finished your digital marketing plan this year. And you see, if you have not, you are not the only one. Many people have been thinking, but they have not finalized all the details. So you see, I'm thinking, I will share some few things that I have discovered, actually by my own hands-on experience. I will share this today, and it will help you in forming up, in crystallizing your own digital marketing plan. Feel free to ask question right now in the comment, and you can also let me know what is your plan, how you are planning your strategy. You can write in the comment, and we can discuss. One important point which I would like you to note down is about the multilingual digital marketing. Say SEO and social media today is seen all over the world. So, especially in SEO, in the search engine, you need to put a proper keywords, and you may would like to put keywords of the local language. So, if you are going international, going global, you know your target audience, what language they are talking about, and local language they speak. So your keywords or your search engine optimization should be fine tuned for that particular country. And for example, if we are planning in India, everywhere everybody may not be able to understand English. So maybe sometime you should try Hindi, that is the Indian national language, or other local languages. There's so many. So point is, note down some kind of plan for multi-language search engine optimization, and posting in other languages other than English. Okay, so if you want to promote your brand in India, you can use the local language if you are talking about a specific state. And actually, I have also created some videos in Hindi, uh, you know pertaining to social media marketing. So this is important to for to grow in international market. So consider local languages and local festivals, local culture in that country, what kind of culture or the festivals are. So yes, Indian national language, Arun Singh. So Hindi is the national language. So one may would like to plan the posting also in Hindi or share in Hindi post. That's what I mean. And if you are in Germany, maybe it may be in the Deutsch language. So, good afternoon for viewers from Germany, and good evening from viewers from India. Yes, thank you, Arun Singh. Absolutely, local language is very important. I agree with you. So we need to plan accordingly. In fact, my next live, I would like to do it in Hindi. I have done that before, and today, you see, for making the success in social media, data is important. So please jot down the point about data, and you know that famous water everywhere, not a drop to drink. So we have this data everywhere, but not a bite to analyze, I would say. What I mean is lot of data is generated, and too much of data may not be a good thing. So at this rate, the internet technology is developing. It's developing very fast, and users are engaging more and more even before. Because of the AI, artificial intelligence, a lot of more data points are coming up, and every click, every swipe on the mobile, and every tap, there is a data point, and this is captured by the social media platforms. The digital platforms will make a note of every reactions, and you can generate a lot of reports out of it, and these are available free. What the point is, you should actually look at these reports and study that periodically. So and people use other devices, so you multiply that by an average of 2 devices or 3 devices per person, and it can get very hard to keep up with all the data. And the research shows that you see 90% of people are not looking at this data, and hardly 62% people are look at it, but they are confused because they don't know what data they should look at, how the reports are generated, or what reports are required for their own business. So uh, basically it is important today that you look at the insight. Most of the digital platforms gives one button tab, insight. So please have a look at it. Okay. Google Analytic reports, very important. These are the data reports which you should periodically look, study that, and we can then discuss, find out what has worked, what has not worked, and fine tune your strategy. So maybe every 3 months minimum, you should have a look at your data, if possible every month. Okay, and depending upon your your own business plan, your product or services, your target audience, this frequency may be even more, especially for e-commerce kind of business. Well, to discuss all this, I would like to invite you, if you are in Pune or near Pune, for a social media meetup. Let's meet physically. And this meetup I have planned on 9th February. And this is Saturday. And this will be followed up by one more follow up session So that full day we will discuss about it's all entire practical session, full day training I'll be conducting. So come along, register for this 9th February session, and the follow-up session will be on Tuesday evening, just for 2 hours, followed by dinner. So we can all discuss what we discuss on Saturday and fine-tune that if you have some question. And yeah, I will be giving 1 week support on WhatsApp. So it is not that just one way, I deliver something and you learn. It is interaction, because every business is different, target audience is different, and we'll be doing a lot of practicals. So for example, video marketing. So I'll be taking a special session on video marketing. And do you see the green screen behind me? This is important, uh, uh, especially for making videos. If you have a green screen, you can put any background. Okay, you can edit the video. I will be talking about this. We'll discuss this. So this training is going to be focusing on a lot of new technology. Uh, Actually, in news channel, you must have seen the forecast, weather forecast, and the reporter will say the hurricane will come in this area. So there's a big map of hurricane, and actually he or she will never put a finger on the map and will always just move hand like this. And later on, this green screen is edited, and it is actually put that map is put later on. So, friends, it is important that we discuss and understand social media, especially video editing. Okay, so come for the 9th February session, and I assure you that you will be left with the knowledge you did not even know you were looking for, and that will completely transform the way you approach digital marketing, your strategy. And I'm confident because I have trained thousands of people, thousands of entrepreneur business people all over the world, and especially by conducting hundreds of meetups, since 2011. Come over. There are limited seats, so do not miss to register. You will find the detail on my website, uh, jyotisocial.net. 9th February tab is there, meetup tab. So you can register, all the details are there. And you see, people have started using multimedia very seriously. Business is having a serious look at all the various ways we can reach to our customers. And April and May 2019 elections are coming up, so, and social media will play a very crucial role. So it is important for us to learn, to understand various technologies. Okay, uh, we will discuss advanced tips, hacks, and latest technologies about posting, scheduling in this workshop. And this is a good sponsor opportunity. If you would like to join me and work together, uh, let's talk about it. Let me know. Uh, you know, you get a good exposure in this meetup. So you will be able to meet up with like-minded people. So if you would like to sponsor, there are various options, and let's talk about it. Friends, have a cup of coffee. Okay, you guessed it right. My next point is about one successful coffee company. Can you tell me which one? Starbucks. Yes. So you see, Starbucks is American coffee company. It's founded in 1971, and now let's say as of September 2018, the data says it is present in 6 continents, coffee company, and 76 countries and territories. So about 27,000 locations all over the world. You will find Starbucks has expanded its partnership with Uber Eats. So Uber Eats, a taxi company and a coffee company coming together, collaborating. That's the way the business is now going to expand and grow. Collaboration with other companies so that there's a synergy. You know, each company or businesses have their plus point, and when you join hands together, when you collaborate, you grow much faster. So, who had imagined a coffee company and a taxi company can become a partner? So, and what I mean is, suggest a coffee company can do such a big business. Okay. And you may have more complex and sophisticated products or services. You can do even better. Let's have a look at the social media of Starbucks, and you will find 37 million likes they have on their Facebook page. That's about 3 crore. Uh, Today is 2nd January 2019. So these stats may slightly differ later on. But on Instagram, do you know how many people are following? 17 million people are following on Starbucks on Instagram. That's about more than 1 crore followers. And then LinkedIn page, they have 1 million people following, and that's about 10 lakh LinkedIn users uh, on LinkedIn page. On Twitter, 11 million followers are there. On Pinterest, 10 million monthly viewers are there. That's more than 1 crore. So that kind of social media presence Starbucks has. So I think it's a great thing.